Hello parents, my name is Cynthia Howard. In this meeting we're going to be talking about literacy. Phonological and phonemic awareness is essential in developing literacy. There is a slight difference in them, but they are both being able to hear the sounds and the pattern of language with no prints involved. They are referred to auditory skills only. Phonological is the broad term, the ability to hear and attend the different units of language, like syllables, identifying the beginning and the ending sound, onset rhymes. Students will be working on things like breaking a word down into syllables, blending the onset rhymes, identifying the initial sound of a word. Phonemic awareness is the specific part of phonological awareness, like the individual sound of language. When students work on the phonemic awareness, they blend individual sounds into a word, break a word down to a sound, blending an individual sound into a word. You may ask, how does phonological and phonemic awareness relate to literacy? Well, phonological awareness, it is critical in early skills that help kids to recognize and work with the sounds of the spoken language. Phonemic awareness, it gives children the ability to notice, think about, and work with individual sounds in the spoken word. They have the chance to manipulate, blending, stretching, and otherwise changing words. Children can demonstrate phonemic awareness in several different ways. Early learning development is related to print concept, letter naming, vocabulary, phonological awareness, listening and speaking, and comprehension. Print concept. When children understand the print has different function and depends on the content in which it appear. You can use activity like the Unifix cube. You can just put words, break them down, and have the kids to put the words together to make a word. To modify this, use or language with this while you do the activity, and use smaller words for kids that are like ELS students so they'll be able to understand. The next one, letter naming. Letter naming is a great opportunity for children to develop the understanding of the alphabet principle. And a good thing for this is the alphabet bingo game. Children can use this to enjoy to help recognize and also sound out words. To modify this is to use one letter at a time and so they can be able to identify and associate. Vocabulary. Vocabulary plays a very important role into reading. Beginners use words as they hear them into sentence and into print. Vocabulary is the key reading comprehension. Readers cannot understand what they are reading without knowing most of the words and what they are meaning. An activity for this would be a word wall. By using words that are used daily in your classroom so that kids can identify them or look on the board, and you can modify this by having words put to their desk for kids that need to look at the words more often than other kids. Phonological awareness is critical to early learning for kids. It helps them to recognize the sounds of the broken language. Activity for this is the rhyming books or storybooks that have rhyming words in it, so you can read it to them and they can see how rhyming words work. To modify this, when you use a picture book, also use an activity that's for lower level. You can use pictures and words. Listening and speaking is a key piece of literacy puzzle. Supporting children's speaking and listening skills early in the literacy journey is critical because speaking and listening are the fundamental for the later development of reading and writing abilities. The activity you can use for this is just reading. And reading, when you read, speak slow and precise. And comprehension is also a good skill that you have to read slow and be direct so they can understand and make sense of what you are speaking of.